Should you be scared of the coronavirus, the new strain going around? Stay tuned, because if you are, I'm going to talk you down from that ledge and give you several tips on how you can reduce your risk of contracting that infection in the first place. Hey everybody, it's Emily, and before I begin I need to let you know, and because a lot of people aren't going to look in the description below and read the disclaimer, this video is for informational and educational purposes only. I am no kind of healthcare practitioner, number one. Number two, this video is not intended to treat, prevent, cure, diagnose, or whatever the FDA wants me to say. Any kind of illness or disease. Always seek advice from a certified or licensed healthcare practitioner. All right, this video is going to be my 2 cents, okay? Now, it is based on personal experience, general knowledge, and research I've done. But, you know, you and you only are liable for how you take away the information from this video and how you apply it to your life and the results that follow on the actions you take. Clear? Okay. So, the coronavirus. First of all, should you be afraid of the common cold? Because if you're terrified right now of the coronavirus, guess what? The common cold falls under that umbrella of coronavirus. Okay, actually what we're talking about is this new strain. You've heard about it, unless you've lived in a cave for the last few weeks. That started in, we believe it started in the city of Wuhan in China. And if you're Chinese and I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, I'm sorry. Wuhan. Anyway, we believe it started there, maybe at a food market. Animals were infected with it, and people ate the infected animals. All right, that's the coronavirus we're talking about. It can lead to death because it can affect, it can cause pneumonia. It can also cause kidney failure. All right, that's what's frightening about it, okay? And if you get online, if you get on the internet like you are right now, and you start to go to different threads and social media, there of course are alarmists telling you this is terrible, it's going to spread, and it's going to spread quickly. So I'm here today to be the voice of reason and also the voice of support to help you know what you can do to reduce your risk of contracting it, if indeed it even becomes a problem in the country you're in, assuming you're not a Chinese person watching this in China. All right? So the first thing you need to be aware of is, at the moment, less than 3% of the population of Beijing and Wuhan combined. And that's not, so the population of China itself is, what, 1.4 billion? And there are around 36 million people between the cities of Wuhan and Beijing, and less than 3% of that population in China has been infected. It's known that that many people are infected by this new strain of coronavirus. 3% isn't a lot of people. And of those 3%, the mortality rate, the mortality rate is around 2%. Now, are more people going to be discovered to be infected with this new strain of coronavirus? I'm sure. All right. So there's going to be, and there's going to most likely end up being more than 3% of the population in those two cities. But remember, I'm talking about just those two cities. I'm not talking about the over 1 billion people total living in China. All right. Regardless of that, the mortality rate is 2%. And this is what you need to understand. Whenever there's an outbreak of the flu or, you know, anything like that, and you hear about people dying of it, generally they are people with weak immune systems. They are very young children or babies. They are elderly people. They are people who don't take care of their bodies. There are people who are living in relative poverty and their diet isn't very good and they can't afford vitamin C supplements, etc. Or they can't afford good medical care, don't have access to a free clinic or what have you. All right. So understand that even the 2% mortality rate is very low. Yeah, it might send a lot of people to the hospital. It has sent a lot of people to the hospital, but most people are not dying. 98% of people are not dying from it. We're going to talk about strengthening the immune system in a moment, but if you have gotten concerned, worried, or even terrified of this new, guys, come on, every few years something happens. There's some sort of breakout, and then people freak out. There's a total freak out, especially since the inception of the internet. People get on the internet and freak out everybody else, and then whatever it is, Ebola, say for example, pretty much stays contained where it is. All right. And doctors and scientists get on top of it and figure out how it's caused, how to prevent it. Right now, they're trying to develop a vaccine for this new strain of coronavirus. Don't count on the vaccine, though. You need to take responsibility for yourself right now, okay? But all that to say, chill, okay? Chill out and relax. Don't listen to the alarmists. I've just given you the numbers. Okay, you can't argue with those numbers. They're pretty low. There aren't very many infections outside of out of China, and there have been no deaths outside of China as the day that I upload this video. You need to also be aware that just like the common cold, yes, this new strain of coronavirus is very easily spread because it's spread by coughing and sneezing. But guess what? Because that is how it's spread, it's also very easily prevented. Guess what? Two things. Number one, wash your hands. You don't have to get OCD about it, but wash your hands before you're gonna fix somebody's meal. Or if you're out in public, please wash your hands. Don't be gross and go number 2 in the bathroom and then not wash your hands and then go touch the cart handle and, go touch a head of lettuce. Come on, don't be rude and disgusting, okay? Some of you are thinking, oh, I have all this antibacterial soap. I'll just wash my hands with that. Okay. Coronavirus is a virus. You can't kill viruses with antibacterial soap. Antibacterial soap kills bacteria, not viruses. So if you just want to wash your hands with baking soda, okay, that'll do. Okay, otherwise use regular soap. That's number 1. All right, basic. Number 2, cough and sneeze into your arm, and this is just a generally polite thing you should do anyway. Even if you're only coughing because something's stuck in your throat, you've got germs in your saliva, okay? Who knows what kind of germs? And when you cough, you may not see it, but those germs, your saliva is coming out, and so are those germs, and they're hitting other people around you. Okay, so no matter why you need to sneeze, or oh, it's all good, it's just allergies. No, it's not, because there are germs in you, and they might not have been those particular germs, the bacteria and virus, that person standing right in front of you that your spit just hit, they may not have had those particular virus and bacteria. Now you just gave them to them. Be polite, be considerate, okay? Sneeze and cough into your arm, not your hand. Why? I was taught when I was growing up, when I was little, in the 70s and 80s, they told you to cover your mouth when you cough with your hand, or when you're going to sneeze. But guess what? You touch everything with your hands, so you spread germs that way. That's why we cough like that. Okay? Easily spread, but easily preventable. All right, are you feeling better? I hope so. I'm going to help you feel even more better. No, don't do that. Don't, everybody's saying that. Don't. Better. Well, you know what? When you say more better, what you're saying is more good. Because better means more good. So when you say more better, you're saying more good. It's okay, I'll shut up. I'm going to make you feel even better about this latest health scare. And that is, there are ways that you can boost your immune system, number 1. And number 2, kill off viruses, any virus that hits your body. All right? The biggest thing you can do to boost it, there are 2 huge things to boost your immune system. There are two main things to do to boost your immune system. The first thing is get the sugar out of your diet. All the processed sweets. If you have to drink if you even have to drink one soda every day, whether it's Coke, Mountain Dew, whatever, that's way too much sugar. That much sugar, even just a can of Mountain Dew or Coke or whatever it is, root beer, it will suppress your immune system. It's got that much sugar. If you eat a lot of sweets throughout the day, cookies, cakes, candy, whatever, if you have a big old Snickers bar for your afternoon snack, all that sugar that's enough to suppress your immune system. Get the sugar out of your diet. If you need to eat something sweet, have some dates. Medjool dates are the sweetest. They're awesome. All right? Some people are good with bananas. A banana will curb the sweet craving, but sugar suppresses the immune system. Get it out of your diet. Number 2, more fruits and vegetables. More fruits and vegetables. More fruits and vegetables. Unless you seriously have, serious irritable bowel syndrome, try to forget the 5 a day. Go up to 9 a day. Fruits and vegetables. Serving of fruits and vegetables. And even if you do have IBS, I'm telling you from personal experience, there are probably plenty of fruits and vegetables that you can tolerate. And you need to figure out what they are. All right, or eat more of what you can tolerate. Okay, why? Because you boost the immune system by getting the minerals, number 1, and also the phytonutrients in the vegetables and fruits. Okay, so those are the 2 main ways to boost your immune system. When your immune system is stronger, then whatever virus hits you, your body's going to be a lot more likely to fight it off on its own. You might not even know you're infected. Your body gets rid of it before you start showing symptoms, and it goes away. You don't have to go to the hospital. It's all good. I'm not guaranteeing you this will happen, but I'm just explaining how you can reduce the risk of getting any kind of virus. All right? Okay, and the second thing to do to prevent is to start regularly taking something that is antiviral. There are a lot of natural things to do. You can either go to the grocery store, buy some garlic, peel it, rub it on the bottom of your foot several times a day. I haven't tried it myself, but I've heard that when you do that, you actually start tasting garlic in your tongue. So if like that you have a really sensitive gag reflex and the taste of garlic makes you throw up, that's not a good idea. But I mean, just rubbing garlic several times, a piece of garlic cut in half, get that juice rubbed onto the bottom of your feet several times a day, you'll be more protected from viruses. Essential oils, there are a lot of antiviral essential oils. Rosemary and tea tree oil are both relatively inexpensive. Thyme and oregano, if you're going to use them, I recommend you use them only topically. Tea tree oil is gross if you drink it, but it's not nasty. It doesn't most people can tolerate it. It won't make you sick to your stomach. Rosemary also, lemon oil, all those 3 oils. If you have several drops of them in 4 ounces of water, 3, 4, 5 times a day, that'll help you fight against viruses. Thyme and oregano oil, always add a carrier oil like olive oil or coconut oil, mix them together and rub them on the bottom of your feet or up here on your belly, okay, because a lot of your immune system is in your gut. Eucalyptus oil is highly antiviral, if you don't mind smelling like Vicks Vapor Rub, because that's what makes Vicks Vapor Rub smell, is the eucalyptus. Rub it on your throat and on your chest here, okay? That'll help kill the virus as it comes in. Again, none of this is guaranteed, but these are just things you can do if you've been kind of freaking out about it. These are things you can do to ensure that you are decreasing your risk of contracting and getting infected with the coronavirus, this new strain. Or if you are infected, that your body will be able to fight it off more quickly. There is also colloidal silver, COLLOIDAL, silver. I'm not a huge fan of it myself. I think I tried it once, but some people swear by the results, okay, for staying healthy, for getting rid of flu and things like that. So it would help against the coronavirus. And there are other natural, there are a lot of natural antivirus products out there. So, I mean, get online and do some research. I've given you a starting point. Once again, I'm not guaranteeing any of this will prevent you from getting infected or prevent you from going to the hospital, but it will reduce your risk. And given the numbers that I gave you at the beginning of this video, you shouldn't, far be it from me to shit on people. I'm not scared. And I have shared those numbers hoping that they will help you relax and not stress. Oh, I missed a big one. Guess what? If you're scared, you're stressed. And if you're stressed, what happens to your immune system? Just being scared of getting sick can make you sick. So, munch on those words, munch on those words, chew on those thoughts, do your due diligence and research. But I ask you, if you have been scared, if you've been listening to the alarmists, stop, relax, take care of yourself, take care of your body. If you're a pregnant woman, and so, I mean, pregnant or otherwise really in a vulnerable situation, let's say you take care of elderly people, you're a home health aide or something like that, and you really want to make sure that either you're not going to get it or you're not going to spread it, go ahead and get a mask. I mean, right now at this point, if you're walking around with a mask, especially if you're a pregnant woman and your belly's out to here, nobody's going to judge you. Sure, you'll look funny, but we'll know, oh, she's taking care of her baby. She wants to make sure her baby's okay. That's why she's doing that. We'll understand. Okay? But just in general, people, right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you see somebody right now and they're walking around with a mask, don't laugh at them. Don't tell them they're going to extremes. They're helping themselves not be so scared and not feel vulnerable to being exposed. So, there you go. A bunch of ideas thrown at you, and I hope it's all helped you feel better. Thanks for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if it's been helpful. I'll see you for the next video. In the meantime, take care, and especially during this time of sort of crisis, be well.